there's a secret that all authors have learned that you can benefit from as well. And that is that you must have a finished manuscript to be able to have a worthy manuscript. So if you are someone who is writing a book, you cannot fix your book and make it worthy of being published in this space if you don't have a finished manuscript. If you are going to sit there and constantly revise your first chapter, or if you are stuck and you can't figure out how to get your characters out of a location, you never move forward with this book. If you take months and months or years and years to write a novel, you will never ever get it finished. The likelihood of you taking years to finish a novel and actually getting it finished is very, very low. In fact, the longer you take for your writing process, the lower that likelihood of you actually finishing it and getting it published goes. You want to make sure that you're writing as quickly as possible. Now, that does not mean you have to, really destroy yourself to get this written. It does not mean that you have to do things that don't make sense for your novel. You need to write a good quality novel, the best that you possibly can. But if you don't finish it, you're never going to be able to refine it. So it is better for almost everybody, I'll say it, everybody, to finish your novel and then go back and fix it. You should not be, for 99.99999% of the population, you should not be revising what you're doing as you're doing it, because that's going to waste a ton of time, especially when you realize that you don't know your characters or your story well enough early on in your book to actually make productive changes. A lot of people get stuck on that first chapter. They want it to be the perfect first chapter and they feel like they can't move on until it is. But you don't know your characters yet. Even 10, 12 chapters in, you don't know your characters well enough. So understanding that your book is going to change by the time you get to the end of it is key. It's essential to this. Writing through your novel is incredibly helpful because by the time you get to the end, you know what's up, you know what's going on, you know who your characters are, so you can come back and overhaul that beginning. We talk about this in a lot of other videos. I give you permission to write crappy first chapters and then come back and fix it. I give you permission to skip the first chapter and start on the second chapter and then come back and write the first chapter. You need to understand that your work cannot be refined to the best of your ability until you have the full thing written. So if you're constantly going back and fixing and tweaking and working on things to eventually move forward, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You are making yourself take so much longer than if you just wrote the novel. Now, granted, there are a couple of things you can go back and tweak as you go. So if you're writing something and you realize, oh, I should leave a breadcrumb earlier, or oh, that one thing is no longer going to work, and it's under 5 minutes to fix it, sure, go back, make a tweak, then move forward. But I would rather see you make a note that you need to fix something and fix it later on. Get through your story, have that progress, have the thing pushing you forward, because when you stop that momentum to tweak something, you've lost your momentum. You're not going to move forward as quickly. You're going to forget what you were doing. You're going to forget the path that you were on. It becomes much, much harder for you to be able to create and craft your novel if you're constantly stopping. Think about it in terms of like a car ride. Let's say we're going on vacation and we're going somewhere that we absolutely love. Pick your favorite vacation spot that you can drive to, and you're in the car and you keep stopping because you want to clean off the wheels of your car. You need to bathe your car and wash off the sides of the car and the window. You stop every mile. You stop every 2 miles. That's going to really significantly impact reaching your final destination, right? Your car is going to get dirty. Things are going to happen while you're traveling. And if you're constantly stopping to make it shiny, how much longer is it going to take for you to get there? Instead of just driving. Drive on the highway, drive on the freeways, get to your destination, accumulate the dirt, the mud, the whatever, get there, then clean off the car. You only have to do it once instead of 7 million times along the way. It no longer impacts reaching your final destination. The only time that you might have to stop your car is if your window gets so dirty you can't see out of it and you need to clean it to see. That goes back to that 5-minute simple tweak if it's really something you need to do, because you have to do it without wrecking the entire drive. You're not giving your car a wash every mile of your journey. You're not polishing your manuscript every 3 paragraphs, right? So knowing that you cannot create a worthy manuscript until you have a completed manuscript is game-changing for a lot of people. It is a revolutionary concept, and making sure that we hold ourselves back from constantly wanting to fix and tweak things and make them perfect on the first go is the thing that can push us forward to success with our novels, and not realizing that is the thing that can hold us back from being published at all for years, for months, or in a way that's not stressful for us. So get your manuscript written, then come back and fix it after the fact when you know things a lot better, so that you can polish it once. You can go through it in a cohesive manner and fix all the things that you know you need to fix. If you know you need to fix things, keep running notes on your phone, on a Word doc, on a Google Doc, whatever, and then come back and tweak those before you read through it if you need to. There are ways to do this to save a lot of time and effort, but if you don't have a manuscript finished, you can't fix it. And if you're constantly trying to fix it as you go, you're never going to reach the destination in a timely fashion. Drop your questions down below. Let us know how you are doing with your writing, what type of book you're writing. We want to start a community conversation here to build each other up and to support each other. So let us know what you're working on right now in the caption, and we'll see you in the upcoming daily videos, helping you navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever with the least amount of stress and overall time commitment on the content you're creating. We'll see you then.